Hi guys, this is Ify and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're taking things a little local as I'm sharing with you how I make my authentic Buka stew. You know that stew you like to eat when you get to your favorite Buka joint, yeah? And then you're asking for shaki, abodi, pomo, fuku, and then they add some okra, ewedu, and you jam it with amala. Ah, bliss. You know what I'm talking about. But before I start, I have a question for you. Have you clicked the subscribe button? If you haven't, take a second to do so because I really want you to become part of this happy family. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click that bell so each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to know about it. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. For this recipe, we'll be using the following ingredients. My pepper mix. This contains tomatoes, paprika, and onions. Scotch bonnet peppers, onions, beef, assorted meat, seasoning cubes, thyme, palm oil, vegetable oil, salt, and ewedu. I'll drop a list of the ingredients in the description box so that you too can cook along with me. In a clean pot, add only the assorted meat first because I like to parboil the assorted meat before adding it to the rest of my beef to finish off the cooking. So I add some water and season it lightly with just onions and salt. Then I stir, I cover it and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes. While that is cooking, I add my beef to another pot and then I season it with some onions, seasoning cubes and salt. At this point, I won't be adding any water because I like to allow my beef steam in its own juice. I always feel that it's tastier this way, alright? So once I'm done stirring, I cover the pot and allow it to cook. After 10 minutes, I go back to my assorted meat. At this time, it is well parboiled, enough for me. So what I do is that I take out the meat and then add it to the pot where I have the beef, okay? I do not use the stock of the assorted meat. I don't. I discard it. I throw it away and then make use of only the stock from the beef. Okay, so now that I've added it into the pot with the beef, add some onions, some seasoning cubes, thyme, and some salt. Now I'm seasoning the whole thing properly. Okay, I'll stir first, add some water, and then allow it to cook till it is nice and tender. All right, so that's how I boil my meat whenever I'm cooking anything that has to do with assorted meat. While the meat is cooking, I like to blend my peppers. Remember that I have a blend of tomatoes, paprika peppers, onions, and my Scotch bonnet peppers. So I'm just going to blend everything smoothly and then put it in a bowl, set it aside till when I'm ready to use it. In a clean dry pot, add some palm oil as well as some vegetable oil. I like to mix my oils for this recipe because I feel like it gives it a distinct taste, one that's quite different than if you had used either only oil or only vegetable oil. Once your oil is hot enough, add your onions and fry for about a minute before you add in your pepper mix. Once you add in your pepper mix, stir it gently to combine the pepper mix with the oil and onions and allow it to fry. Please stir occasionally till it's fried. You'll be able to tell when it is fried when the oil rises to the surface. At this point, add your cooked meat and stir. Also add some of the beef stock if you feel like it is too thick at this time, okay? Add your seasonings. For this recipe, I'll only be using some seasoning cubes and some salt. And that's because not a lot of seasoning is required for this stew to give it a delicious and distinct flavor. You don't need so much, alright? So just add your seasoning and stir. I'll also be adding some meat stock because I felt like my my stew was a little too thick, so I added the sauce to, or rather the stock, to loosen it. After a few minutes, check on your stew, and if necessary, add some more meat stock. That is, if you think the stew is too thick. Now stir and cover to simmer for another 5 minutes, and your stew is ready. Your authentic Buka stew is ready. Guys, as most of you know, there is no Buka stew without Ewedu, like they go hand in hand. So pluck your Ewedu from the stem, add it, wash it of course, rinse it properly, put it into a pot, just add very little water, cover it and allow it to simmer for about 3 minutes, alright? So once this is done, okay, you can see this is what it looks like, right? Not so much water is in it. So once this is done, I take it from my stove and I put the cooked leaf into my blender. I'm going to be adding some water as well to aid the movement of the blender. And then I'm going to blend using the pulse function so that it is not too smooth. This is what it looks like. It's not too smooth, it's not too rough, just nice, just the way I want it. So I'm just going to set it aside. And then in a pot, add some water and add my Ewedu. I'll also be adding some crayfish powder. Then I'll cover the pot and allow it to, boil for about 5 minutes. This is to allow the Ewedu cook some more. And then add my akau. Akau is simply potash in English. You don't have to use it, it's optional, but it helps it to draw. So after adding the akau, I added my Ewedu, the blended Ewedu leaves. And then I'm going to give it a good mix and cook it for another 1.5 to 2 minutes. Because I cooked it the first time, I don't want to overcook. That's why I'm just going to leave it for another 1.5 to 2 minutes. Added some seasoning cubes. You can add some salt if you wish, all right? And my Ewedu is done. Very easy, very simple, but very delicious. So guys, the food is ready now, and smells so good. I can't wait to eat. And I have some amala here, amala and bukastew for me, and Ewedu, perfection. So I'm just gonna have a quick taste test. You know how we do it. I love plenty Ewedu. The roundabout, zufuku. I'm going to try to get one of each. See this lovely shaki. Wow, look at that. I can't wait. This is good. Guys, I'm so excited. Cheers, guys. This is good. Good food. Another one. And that's how you make a mean pot of Buka stew. It had the right mix of pepper, the spice, everything was just perfect, guys. I want you to recreate this and let me see pictures of what you recreated, because it is perfection. I want you to relive those beautiful memories whenever you go to your favorite mama put. I really want you to do this, all right? And when you do, don't forget to tag me in your pictures on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just everywhere. I love to see what you recreate. And before we go off, if you have any suggestions of any recipe you want me to make, just put it in the comment section. I love to read from you guys, all right? So till I see you some other time, thank you for watching and stay blessed and keep eating good food. Bye.